sleep in trash and condoms!
Why do we live in a pile of garbage? Because 3 weeks ago, when His Holiness rode past on the great black steed, somebody forgot to bow!
So now we have to live in a big pile of garbage!
Oh, hello there. YouTube game, I showed you my BBC here, back at it again with another banger. Oh, okay, you can go now. Before we get started, I just wanted to say that I know Jimmy Kimmel got his show back, but that doesn't really change the precedent that has been set here. What they tried to do with Jimmy was actual First Amendment violations, and just using capitalism as a shield doesn't really change the fact of what it is. Like, if Jimmy Kimmel is getting pulled off the air for a week for a very milquetoast comment, like, whitest kids you know wouldn't even make it past the YouTube conceptual stage. They would never be known as more than just like a YouTube comedy troupe with edgy stuff. Same with Derek Comedy as well. Like, unfortunately, this is quite literally one of the few times where I would say this couldn't be made today. Because of why? Because of conservatism and capitalism. So we're going to talk about that.
Step on it, Daddy!
Also, my one quick pitch for this whole video, I'm trying to reach 30,000 subs by the end of the year, so if that sounds like your jam, you like this video, please help me in that goal. Also, go watch my video about Sinners. It's really good. Go watch my video about Death Stranding as well. Now, as I write this in late 2025, late night comedy faces restrictions of what it seemed like paranoid fantasy just 5 years ago. Stephen Colbert's lawyers review every monologue before air, not for libel, but for platform violations. Jimmy Kimmel's YouTube channel faces constant demonetization threats for harmful political content, a category that didn't exist when he started. We don't say kill anymore, we say unalive, not because it's polite, but because the algorithm demands it. Alright, that was my Patrick CC impression. Let's continue. The same comedians who spent 8 years monetizing their persecutions are now cheering for 9-figure podcast thrones. Meanwhile, somebody keeps uploading old whitest kids you know sketches like as perfect moments and encapsulations of modern America. Each upload reads like a message from the past warning us about the present that we're already living in. We have the infamous sketch of It's Illegal to Say. It is a sketch from 2017 featuring Trevor Moore alone, just Trevor, on cable television saying,
"Did you know that it's illegal to say I want to kill the President of the United States of America?"
He explains, step by step, exactly why it is illegal to say, and also,
I also found out that it's incredibly illegal, extremely illegal, to go on television and say something like the best place to fire a mortar launcher at the White House would be from the roof of the Rockefeller Hewitt building because of minimal security, and you'd have a clear line of sight to the president's bedroom.
So interestingly enough, in 2015, this exact sketch became evidence in Alonis versus United States, a Supreme Court case about Facebook threats. Anthony Douglas Alonis posted Trevor's script word for word, but replacing the word president with wife. Did you know that it's illegal for me to say I want to kill my wife? He added details about mortar launchers and cornfields and illustrated diagrams. The Supreme Court reversed his conviction 8-1, with Chief Justice Roberts writing that context matters and that satire exists, that intent might be proven. 8 justices and Clarence Thomas all watched Trevor Moore explain threat law through comedy. They ruled that understanding context is essential to understanding threat. You hear that, Hassan? That's what you need to be saying. Now, today, the algorithm would just kill it at upload, just bury it. Kill plus the P word triggers domestic terrorism filters. The creator gets shadow banned across all platforms, and the FBI's violent extremist database updates automatically. Financial services are then going to be receiving notifications to monitor your transactions. Like, the thing is, I'm being satirical, but there's a lot of you that can't tell that. That's the point. But here's the beautiful irony. The people who cried comedy is illegal while signing Netflix deals just made comedy illegal through algorithm, through automated censorship, through systematic dismantling of satirical protection they claimed was the ones that were actually persecuting them. For a lot of people who said that they were being silenced, they just can't shut the fuck up. So let me be absolutely clear here. Whitest kids, they weren't profits. Half of their sketches involved, things like gallon jugs of PCP and Abraham Lincoln getting hammered in the ass. Dinosaurs working in offices, just normal everyday stuff. They weren't Nostradamuses. They were Nostradamus. No, they were just comedians who realized that America was in a very dire place and that it was only going to get worse if the right levers were pulled. Trevor Moore told Salon in 2020, "I think we're just very cynical people, and cynical people tend to be right more often than not." That cynicism caught patterns that most comedians were too comfortable or, well, too paid to notice. The first sketch I ever saw by these guys is the race war sketch. Trevor Moore plays a guy named Dave, and he's desperately trying to recruit his friend Bill for a race war. He's treating it like a big pickup basketball game.
Don't wake her up. Come on, let's go. Race war. Race war? Come on, Bill. Race war.
And I mean, the surface joke is quite simple. There are subjective people who treat this like a fucking game and are ready for any excuse to do a race war.
You can be captain. I'm going to be sergeant. No.
And then the layers kick in.
Come on, man. Race war. Bring her. No, don't bring her. What is she? She's Italian. Yeah, don't bring her. Hey, you want to get her?
It's the arbitrary nature of whiteness collapsing in real time through friendship dynamics.
We're American. Kind of. What are you? English. That's American.
The sketch ends with Dave continuing his crusade by himself because even normal-ass people know better. I mean, by 2016, this is essentially what is the personification of things like Gamergate and all the weird Discord black pill communities we have now. Just casual recruitment through gaming communities, play communities, and all these jokes that escalate into extreme ideology. And then next we have Be a Cop from 2008. And it is a police recruitment video that starts with,
"Are you tired of the same old boring day job? Then why not run away from it all and join the police force?"
And the whole thing is just cops firing off their guns while doing everyday activities.
Comfortable wages, an exciting work environment, and a false sense of superiority. So join the police force to serve, protect, and to control the poor.
This aired 6 years before Ferguson, 7 years before Black Lives Matter became a hashtag, 8 years before Colin Kaepernick took a knee, and this was while Obama was And this is while we were all deluded into thinking that Obama was creating a post-racial America. Well, most of us, but not all of us. Whitest Kids You Know is explaining that cops exist to protect property, not people, and not metaphorically, but literally. Williams told Salon, "We were kids when that Rodney King thing happened, so it was something that we thought that everyone agreed. Like, that's fucked up, you know?" Little did they know, there was a lot of people who didn't agree with that. Next, we have Backseat in 2009. Whitest Kids You Know's sharpest political commentary disguised as just juvenile school bus pranks. Two kids start throwing firecrackers from the back, driver ignoring them. They escalate to throwing food. No response. But the second that they start discussing politics...
Capitalism's like greed.
Hey, what are you kids doing back there?
It's weird. It's like the only reason capitalism works is because it plays on man's biggest flaw.
Hey, what the hell are you doing back there?
The principles that every single religion teaches are directly opposed to the principles of capitalism.
I'm gonna turn this bus around! I'll turn it right around!
The bus driver slams on the brakes, turns around, and starts screaming at them for the first time during this entire bus ride. Both students are summarily punished, not for literal explosives, but for critiquing American capitalism. More said about that sketch. I think that there was a pretty hard critique of capitalism. I don't think that there was a whole lot to read between the lines of that. And another crowd favorite, Lincoln. We have Abraham Lincoln disrupting a bizarre vampire Hamlet production at Ford's Theater.
Was it you, String Bean? You skinny ass looking motherfucker? Turn around and say it again. Turn around and say it again. Turn around! Rewind the play 5 minutes though, because that fat piece of shit was talking. I couldn't pay attention to what you guys was doing.
He won't stop. The actors just try to continue because, you know, it's the president. And then...
He's hitting me in the butt! He's hitting my butt! Don't break my butt! Don't break my butt!
And then finally, Booth just beats him to death with a hammer. Or more specifically, for historical context,
American historians and documentarians believe that the actual events were far too embarrassing for our fledgling nation to endure. But Abraham Lincoln actually got hammered in the ass so much that he died of being hammered in the ass. Thank you. Good night.
they turned America's most mythologized tragedy into what is essentially a drunken bar fight. This matters because American history teaching relies on mythology more than fact. Whitest Kids You Know said, what if it was all just drunk morons stumbling through history? What if there's no grand plan, but just loud assholes disrupting theater? Like, could you imagine having a president that would disrupt theater or something like that now? That would him acting so out of line that he would have to be hammered in the ass so hard that he died of being hammered in the ass? Who knows? Sam Brown expanded their approach. As a comedian, you don't hold up a mirror to society, you hold up a funhouse mirror to society. The problem now is that we are now living in the funhouse reflection. We are living in the upside down world from us. We are the tethered. Whitest Kids You Know death wasn't sudden, it was systematic suffocation they documented in real time. 2006, Fuse purchases Whitest Kids You Know after their best sketch victory at Aspen Comedy Festival. Season 1 exceeds all metrics, highest rated original program in network history. The reward for success? Immediate content restrictions for season 2. The network that bought them specifically for being extreme immediately demanded they become less extreme. Jennifer Carcetta understood comedy's value beyond quarterly earnings. When she jumped on from Fuse to IFC, Independent Film Channel, she brought Whitest Kids You Know. Her promise was no commercials interrupting comedy flow, no censorship of language or content, total creative freedom within legal boundaries. IFC would be the anti-network network. Like if A24 decided to get into the TV business. And for exactly 2 years, she kept that promise. 2007 to 2009 was kind of the golden window when American television accidentally allowed revolutionary comedy. Every sketch that matters for the Whitest Kids You Know universe aired during these 24 months. It's illegal to say Civil War on Drugs, which ended as basically just a long movie towards the end of their season. We have the infamous The Grapist, which was predicting corporate doublespeak, and the aforementioned Be a Cop, which showed police militarization through fun commercials. It's an ICE recruitment video. They did Pokemon, like, oh my god. Trevor Moore later admitted that he knew the window was closing. We could feel them getting nervous. Every meeting they had more executives. Every note was about advertiser comfort. We started writing sketches about the network crushing us because we knew it was coming. December 2010, the betrayal begins incrementally. IFC adds commercial breaks mid-sketch, destroying comedic rhythm for advertising revenue. Despite explicit promises, they begin censoring shows preemptively to attract more conservative advertisers. This
is not a form of brainwashing. This is not a form of brainwashing. This is really the greatest country in the whole world. All the other countries suck.
The same execs who swore creative freedom now explained why that freedom needed to be reasonable limits for market viability. The corporate language was poetry, evolving standards, market realities, advertiser partnerships, brand safety. Every euphemism meant the same thing: stop challenging power or we'll stop paying you. April 2011, final season airs. 10 episodes, each ending with segments of the Civil War on Drugs, their feature film that no studio would fund for theatrical release. Whitest Kids You Know ended not with a cancellation, but more of just a very quiet suffocation with a pillow on the face. Sam Brown revealed in 2020, we had offers from other networks, but they all wanted us to be less political. Comedy Central wanted us to be more like Tosh.0. Adult Swim wanted us to be more surreal, less direct. Everyone wanted the heat without the fire. So they couldn't cook in their kitchen. That was a really good reinterpretation of letting them cook. Can I get a like for that, please? This pattern spread across the landscape. Another show that completely radicalized me, Wonder Chosen, from 2005 to 2006. MTV's puppet show featuring children with the infamous Wall Street interview.
Yeah, I'm asking people, who did you explore today on Wall Street?
Kids on the beat, kids on the street, beat kids, beat kids.
show was canceled when advertiser realized that children were actually starting to gain some ideas about capitalism.
When did you sell your conscience? You can't run away from a child.
I've got to go to work.
Not really. They claimed that it was low ratings and cost of production. Where have I heard that before?
Burn Wall Street! Burn Wall Street! When the revolution comes, where will you hide?
Under my bed.
More oral from 2005 to 2008. Adult Swim's claymation evolved from mockery into devastating examination of religious trauma. The moment it showed Christianity's actual impact on families, Adult Swim killed it. Now, according to Dino Starburns, Timu Search Tankian, he also claims it was because it wasn't vibing with the Adult Swim runner at that time. I can't remember the name. Someone leave it in the comments for me. It came down to the whole right to work abuse of you just didn't fit the vibe of the company at that time. So by 2011, the infrastructure had learned. Comedy that challenges power structures is bad for quarterly earnings. Comedy that reinforces them? Well, here's your Netflix special and podcast empire. And I think understanding Whitest Kids You Know's impossibility requires understanding comedy's economic transformation from art to algorithm. Let's go over the numbers of some modern persecuted comedians. Once again, we have Joe Rogan, $200 million initial Spotify deal that is now at $250 million renewal. Dave Chappelle, $60 million for 3 Netflix specials, $20 million per special after. Andrew Schultz, self-appointed, had a self-release special for $15 million after manufacturing his own controversy. Like, this isn't a conspiracy, it's capitalism, baby. It's XCOM, baby. Advertisers want controversy that drives engagement without threatening their business model. Mock trans people, that's engagement. Use racial slurs, that's very brave and stunning comedy. Explain how racial wealth gaps perpetuate through redlining, that's potentially divisive political content. And now time for the deep lore. February 2017 changed comedy forever, though nobody really realized it at the time. Wall Street Journal ran an investigative piece about major brand advertisements appearing next to extremist content. PewDiePie's anti-Semitic jokes, ISIS recruitment videos monetized with Johnson & Johnson ads. The corporate exodus was immediate and coordinated. February 20th, Pepsi, Walmart, Starbucks, GM, they all pull out of YouTube advertising. 2 days later, AT&T and Verizon suspended entire Google campaigns. And by April of 2017, this brought about YouTube's current, now advertiser-friendly content guidelines. A lot of these forbidden categories also feel intentionally vague. Tragedy and conflict, no discussing current events. Sensitive social issues, no political commentary. Controversial or sensitive subjects, whatever we decide that is today, or whoever decides that for us. Hateful content, criticism of power reframed as hate. Curious. But here's also the other thing that I don't see too many people talking about. The fact that we all literally changed the global way we perceive language. Suicide became unalive. Rape became essay or grape. Sex became segs. Wait, okay, that one's kind of funny. And porn became corn, which makes people turning into corncob jokes just not quite the same. TikTok launched internationally around 2017, which amplified this Newspeak as well. Their algorithm is trained on Chinese censorship standards that are applied globally. So creators discovered that certain word combinations meant instant shadow banning of their content, not official banning, just no algorithmic acknowledgement and just burial of anything you made. In many ways, one could say that the algorithm won because of the fact that many people, including myself, will go out of the way to self-censor certain words or ideas or ways of expression for the fear of the algorithm. And this was because of, once again, tech company algorithms, not the government. So to a certain degree, what else has to happen next? The government taking over TikTok? Oh, So Trevor Moore died on August 7th of 2021. He was 41 years old at the time with a wife and a 1-year-old son. His last public wish, which he tweeted out on July 8th of 2021, "When I die, I want the obituary to refer me as local sex pot." And Vulture magazine obliged. Even death became a joke about institutional authority. Did you hear that, Charlie? Oh wait, no, did you hear that, Charlie? Since then, Whitest Kids You Know's YouTube channel uploads with very supernatural precision. The view counts stay modest, thousands, not millions. Some don't even break like 50,000, but the comment sections themselves become digital wakes to Trevor. Seeing things like they tried to warn us and we laughed, more relevant now than when it aired, who's here after X, Y, and Z event, or my favorite ones, the timing of this video is diabolical. And as I said a second ago, Trevor Moore wanted to be remembered as local sex pot, but instead he'll be remembered as the last comedian who made power nervous enough to kill what I would say the last leftist piece of edgy comedy. Whitest Kids You Know didn't predict the future, they just noticed that American absurdities were closer to reality than anyone really wanted to admit. They took dynamics to logical extremes. The joke was that the extremes seemed absurd. The punchline is that we lived them anyway. They made radical politics entertaining. They hid socialism in sketch comedy. They taught media literacy through dick jokes. They showed how power operates by making it look as stupid as it actually is. That combination, entertainment plus education plus systemic critique, it had to die. Every time you have a creator saying unalive instead of suicide, it reinforces the system. Every euphemism increases the algorithmic control. We are complicit in our own silencing. We are living in Metal Gear Solid 2. Yes, I will bring up Metal Gear Solid 2 in every video if I can. But here's the thing that they missed, and the algorithm will deploy another sketch at the perfect moment. Comments will fill it with recognition, and then hopefully new generations will be exposed to the wise sages of 2008. And also, that's just your daily reminder that comedy isn't dead, it's just algorithmically suppressed in many ways. And that is always like one of the first things that authoritarian regimes go for: entertainment, comedy, education, like the stuff with the PBS video. And oh my god, I'm sorry, but I'm plugging my two-parter about Trump trying to defund PBS, and then the Russian parallels, which are actually mentioned in the John Oliver video. Well, not my video, but John Oliver talks about a lot of stuff that I talk about in my video. But anyways, to conclude, I think that the one that is uploading videos is the Ghost of Trevor, and he is trying to get any type of monetization that he can, because whatever type of porn they have up in heaven is probably really good shit. Do you know what all those holes and rings are for in biblically accurate angels? Tell me in the comments below. Alright, so if you made it to the end of this video, first off, thank you. First off, I love you. And yeah, I appreciate you giving me your time. Obviously more of a ranty, rambly video, but I don't care. I really am trying to get better about just getting more shorter content out there. I don't think this is going to be a short video, but we'll see. Anyways, 30,000 subscribers is the goal for the end of the year. I am just about ready to start recording my big Patreon video, which will probably just be a big sponsored ad or something. But yeah, the first 10 people who sign up for my Patreon will be getting a personal gift set, all handmade by me. And like I said, once I have everything ready to show off, or at least most of it ready to show off, then I will show it off. I'll just whip this thing out. So yeah, obviously a slightly different side to me, but still the same type of content. I don't mind cussing more, but you know, my kids watch these videos every now and then, which is the whole point. So let me know what you want to talk about next. Oh, I am definitely going to do a video for weapons, but I have a couple different ways that I can go about it, because the movie wasn't really anything like I was expecting, but it was still great. So in a way, it kind of just wrinkled my brain in a way that I didn't think that it would, and I'm trying to take advantage and kind of revel in that confusion, because I don't see a lot of media that really makes me feel like that anymore. You dig? So, I mean, shit, maybe I'll just do an actual review of the movie for Patreon or in YouTube members, just me getting all of my thoughts out about the technicality of it, and then we'll go into the metaphorical stuff in a regular video. I don't know. Let me know what you want to see. If you're new to my stuff, check out my other videos. I am begging people to watch my Sinners video and my Death Stranding video, because those are probably two of my most favorite videos I've made in ever since I've started all this, and I want more people to see it because I want to do more try-hard, artsy-fartsy type of videos, but those take more time, so I think you get it. We live in a society. Anyways, I want to thank you again for your time. I love you all. I hope you have a good whatever, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.